Asotin said there are some over 20 parliamentary seats being contested against the declaration of certain results after the December 7 general elections. The person mentioned say, "What do I need to do? Police training school ya water sana. Ya wa constituencies ya buru adiono. Ya declaration na electoral commission returning officers ye after the December 7 general elections no. Members of parliament to be sorry ejina say na enye saa ena netie. Enyoma bi kokoso a entwa yi enunti e wose ye san kan no biu. Now, we share these constituencies are ebi ewo Eastern region, ebi ewo Greater Accra, ebi ewo Western, ebi ewo Central, ebi ewo Western North. Yeah, all these constituencies. MPs are elusu ya do na no eye mrase bejafo a omo the New Patriotic Party and the Decodan Electoral Commission with evidence. So that's what we can know. Majority of these constituencies, in fact, and someone na 1 year see want to say after the declaration you should check that to EC officers and the yanshi EC officers so ballot box a kura ballot papers and get the recounting also ni check that dia tum you check that to more na supporters of the NDC and body EC office no more ransack the whole place no matter team said the beya and kayenya evidence but no more say after the declaration polling station agents and normal represented these political parties had access to the pin sheet. It be a photocopies of the pin sheet.
What's that? I told you, but parliamentary on Omunyang King kind me brina NC. Now almost started so more kind be mono. She say yeah, can say MPPA mini seat. Inti mama you confuse Nani abano or more MPP for no mono wa ben mono tinasi ni tinchim or monsa na sesanya. Afini e kind or mu wini. I'm going to mentias.
The staff of the commission who are engaged in this illegality, there will be consequences for them in future. And let me also advise some other influential people in society. I hear that in some places chiefs are involving themselves in this electoral process and putting pressure on commission officers not to proceed to do their work according to law. We are also advising Nananum that it is for very good reasons that the Constitution provides that Nananum should not be involved in active partisan politics. But if they choose to descend into the arena of controversy, then they know the consequences will be obvious. So we are advising Nananum to conduct themselves, as many of those who are involved, to conduct themselves as chiefs of all the contestants and not to enter into this arena of controversy. Because if you present yourself as a politician, we will treat you as a politician. If you present yourself as a competitor, we treat you as competitor. If you present yourself as a contestant, the other contestants will treat you as such. And I don't think it will be good for us, because the provision in the Constitution barring chiefs from participating in this active politics has at least served our democracy that far. And so we are advising Nananum to take note of that and contribute their quota by way of peace building rather than entering the arena of controversy.
awo and some of us were Ghana. Set up etimu abakote John Dramani Mahama eto efa Ghana's economy no home. Say Atifo Bakaya United Nations Resident Coordinator wa abani etimu kosala John Dramani Mahama ekokomana mu na enkomo bi ekoso ha ensempi TV yede ho ni subere mo na ensembia John Dramani Mahama wakafa Ghana's economy no no na owura setekwe enwa an interview with Joy News watibu ati John Mahamato na afuwedie na next year 2025 NDC amayoko na mamoni die ebeyesere ewo Michael Ghana esem nyina gu ha ya SMP TV ye ba be pense mu na atifo atimi ye ho ensem a ye ka ho asemi na ensem de ba koso abeto MPP amayoko no apono so seat bia na NDC for no chin ana wo mudi wo mo fruit soldiers no ehunhuna na wo magye no ensem de aba me no ka sei akwatia abato empeswaso no owura NS coming of the MPP isi etimu officially declare say wono ene winner okopiem wo fantia kwa north so a owura Kwame Apia Kodua wo fantia kwa north no Kwame Apia Kodua of the MPP na watinu adi nkunim so MPP asen adi nkunim ewo ho owura Frank Asedu wonatimi adi nkunim sa seat we nyina no na NDC amantie no ana amayekun hunhunan amamutimi declare edema NDC na meno kasa die officially omukọ recount no MPP amayekun no atimu adi nkunim na ye hyemo se suhum abato empesa so majority chief whip owura another plan guso ekoso na ye wogidie se eno so baba no na babeka MPP amayekun seat no ho na enima atimu akoyi na ye hyesem na se dia na momayewuram ensema setepe na watimi akogu John Dramani Mahama anasa watene to John Dramani Mahama se na baye mama Ghana for expect enima kesi bia enfamfiri no se wo baba baye economy no ama Ghana for hotomo de nyina so a wo de kan sansem wo nyina abra United Nations resident coordinator akokoshia no ene se wo hokwan ya MPP amayeko no led by na nkakofado wasi atete apamsam Ghana na se Ghana pito kura ye hu babi eda na dia enya de se NDC amayeko no ebeti no ababaye economy ni sisia na se umbetimi ayekura enya samfie na we ya say Ghana 4% almost expect something good from MPP NDC amayeko no dia na omonhwe next 8 years na enya sambi eno no ensema John Dramani Mahama abra United Nation resident coordinator Kokoshiano na enwa was set up an interview na woni join us for a year na woni so ebekire nsemu different kra afa John Dramani Mahama no de no ho nsema wo kan se wo hwe Ghana economy ni se sia ya ade se eche se egu positive wa to say kwanya Ghana's economy no egu no to say wono kwa sector no agini sema wodi abasobodi ebeba the certain government say kwanya Ghana's economy etim etoto pansame after the Russia-Ukraine war no and COVID-19 ebehiti biase na etoto pansam ebiase economy na Ghana so yeka ho no to say kwanya Ghana's economy faso egu wo hwe the agriculture sector wo hwe the service sector the importation and exportation now to say a positive growth a good sign and a good welcoming this thing at my NDC amayeko no na betimi agina this current growth economy no betimi jancho ama NDC amayeko no atimi excelia omobompa say sa growth we no betimi akaho we na amanfo do na ebisa say na there John Dramani Mahama sama or the two ja abra United Nations resident coordinator no well John Dramani Mahama no say we keep on self update na say we former finance minister do na kra so say and say the nyina yenim say one hwe ya onu na be san nipa e de sama ikono ebetimi asapa no etimi ahu say Ghana's economy no asan bounce back ya growth no say mind blowing na o John the Mary Mahama no o beka ensem foforo na we na Ghana for do na ka say eh Mahama no je say wasan ababiem je say wo bala be ya anadwoma na ensem be say e akofa do say Ghana economy enya ade say be yi na say wo betena so na osan ba be ye ne ma toro kan bi a say the brim no akakoma na adodan kwakofa do na we die wo no akasa peti fo no kra no etimi ababegu na nima say ensem we ene ensem me no ka say agent na wo man konko Ghana na enkofo a mo koto aba na MPP fo a mo say abufu binti o man koto aba ama MPP ansa ama pa no say ye nu ye ho senka bato no esa ye nepa dia wan hwe ya na nka NDC ama ye ko no o mo 50 point something and am 56% na omunya ye no anya de se bo mo betimi asan ye bintin se PTV ensem we a ye de ababesom ye na tefo e de se ye guso na ensem ahodo bi be fa ho bia no ye besan e de ababesom atefo na atefo atibi ho se NDC ama ye ko no se eba se ye nchechire Ghana eba se ye nguo Ghana's economy anya de se bomo eni wo ho eni bibia ewo oman konkron Ghana jeda tefo asese bunya bre na mo hwe nsem PTV na ensem ahodo a egokron so no nsem PTV yedi etoa yen atifo so you say atifo bo modern say unya subscribe to your channel ya bo modern na watin aye wo share your video na afofo so atimi anya biehwe you be sign ni mo ade hia ensem ahodo egokron so ye sign etoa mo so wo ayensu ano abato empeso ano so na abusua enye asamketwa de kosi ho no a video no ha bebo na tifo atimi ho ayensu ano abato empesua no so eye madam Adjoa Asedu MPP parliamentary candidate ewo ho eno team ewini aba no na ade ba ko a atifo ayese mo hye so na MPP amayiko supporters bebre adi yawo ewo MPP empanyfo no eho ne se eba ne sen na ye to aba na petia sebi mpreduasa owotumi na wo power na wo mumum esuru na o maka mo nsa gombo na mo dwane for life na opposition party no mo de ewa hoden na omuhuhu electoral commission empo yeji asojafo etu firi mo nsam na omo mo sum o man konkro Ghana ha say are hopa na defense minister o Ghana ha we de ensem PTV for say enema ankoye ewafuwe abato no ekeme akwaye se afuwe abato no MPP amayoko na nkasa ababaye onu ankasa ne ho atamfo say electoral commission ni MPP supporters ene amanfo na omonkwa eda asanye mu a na
since Dr. Mahmudu Bawumia to abanwe na ditse oba ebe press conference e de babetu edwa se waje atum se walusu na wafre John Dramani Mahama congratulate no efiri hoko na NPP amanyekuo no ema full soldiers na one coalition centers nyina ehwe senke be kai presidential and member of parliament de no awie no wonyina nso etimi efiri ho ekofie enti eba beka NDC amanyekuo no full soldiers no na one na etina ho enti se aba ne ye kan na one hwe na one elusu a na one edi enieden akwa isi ne so se chenchena on declare abano emfa ema won MP ema no nam so ema EC officials ni bebre e de ababa tu edwa se some declaration bi ho a one ya electoral commission ensan emra behwemu ebio because NDC amanyuko no force one na one etimi e de atu dwa ebi te se Ablekumanov EC official no ho de ababa tu edwa se enye NDC amanyuko no nipa no a ogina mu no na ewini nemu MPP amanyuko ni nipa ni wini but na NPP amanyuko ni full soldiers eni honti NDC amanyuko ni force no eno no declare abano etimi ede ema NDC amanyuko no enipa Rabna Obin eno no etimi ewini na since EC officials ne share so amu complain say NDC amanyuko ni force one ema one eyesa na no nam so ema EC etimi ehote some of the constituencies no ayen county no ema osi yamfa ni nyina emra mepiem wo Tesano police station abusuafo e ba bepiem ewo Tesano police station so no NDC amanyuko no de ye de ba ya ye kan ye nyina
NDC amanyuko no elusi de ye recounting na de di kan e yakwatia one eba ya ye recount no NDC amanyuko no elusu sanso ena mfante akwade nso e ya de se enu nso NDC amanyuko no elusu suhu enu nso ye recount no NDC amanyuko no nso elusu insa won ado agiri senkanya yewra Alexander Afenyoma Ken a okọ ha ofre MPP amanyuko no full soldiers ni bi nso eba beka ho anko mu chinchin Frank anodom prensa afọ si isi no ema Peter Boama otukọ no mo ne Sam George mu nyina ekokopie mu ewo anka won echinchin isi official nsa same thing ena Sam George ekokoye no wo Ayawaso West Ward 1 a you declare edema John Dimeluna boy de Afenyoma Ken mu edo mo nan asifom ema ye ya kire se yewura Frank ano dompre na edunkunim na yebeka ya na NDC amanyuko no ekra 185 seats dia meke kaka hu nyina NDC amanyuko ndi shemu se won awini ene ekodu 185 no mena wo eka se dia 4 efrim ema ba 181 isi asa ahye se some of the constituencies you know Jansan enkan ebio ebi ti se Ayawaso West Ward 1 isi say yenkan bio sanso ena Techiman South isi say still yensan enkan dome kwabenya a NDC amanyuko no sade ne din eforso isi mani declare no electoral commission say yensan enya recount bio sanso ena Ablekumanov the isi official no edeba betu eja say NDC amanyuko ni medina ne so azire ne nsa ena omode microphone atua na no say ne declare the oyini and so easy say and san can be ye recount no one elusu 4 ye sign e ba be another recount on 4 constituencies so one elusu 4 ka ho dia na one atimi every 185 no abusuafo aba 177 natural say NDC amanyuko ni majority na no so omkuta no esheki because NDC amanyuko ni accounting one esa the independent candidate ni bi nyina ekeka ho medu ba bi won kura guri ko 188 but amare fi say you independent candidate mako 4 one eba be pie mu e wo mrahye bedwafie nti say o sati 4 no efiri mu dia na abusuafo ano ya ye din e de ama NDC amanyuko no since Afenyoma Ken so de ne ho jim no NDPP amanyuko no full soldiers enso coalition centers so enye asem koto ase seat bi ye MPP amanyuko ni die bia no won ebeji won ade na yenkon we sin mi bi e wo tesa no ba ko ankasa George e force EC official ne says chenchena on declare emfama NDC MP no member of parliament no odine ho e wo ne wi ane akwa akoti fra Alexander Kwame na Afenyoma Ken yenkon video no
by a comfortable margin. We thank God that when security was properly provided and the EC was firm, we've all seen transparently what we have achieved. We believe in democracy as MPP. We believe in the rule of law. And we don't believe in violence. We don't believe in the rule of the brown. We do not believe in unnecessary chaos. Therefore, we will continue to encourage our friends that let us all be law-abiding. There are further collations to be done tomorrow. Let us all demonstrate to the world that we are Ghanaians who believe in the rule of law. I shall continue to encourage my friends in the NDC to follow the good example of Dr. Bawumia. He is a statesman. He conceived conceded where he realized that he had lost, and they should follow in that spirit. They know, the NDC is aware that most of these seats that they are trying to fight, they've lost. In fact, a moment ago, before the declaration, they were telling us that their foot soldiers are amassing out there, ready to attack their leadership. Should we win all the seats? I told them that, so what are you trying to tell us? Because your foot soldiers are not happy, does that mean that we should stop the process and that they don't want honorable and not press coalition to proceed because they think that there's tension out there? With tension, we are done with 3. We have to proceed with honorable and not press coalition, which is the 4th for the day. It is almost done, and Anodom Prayer has won. We have all our coalition. We have done it. We have the figures. The NDC is aware they have lost. In fact, they have their own collated result. And the kind of thing they are saying is not good for democracy. It is not. They cannot say that because their foot soldiers are not happy with them, they, the leadership, cannot boldly go and tell their foot soldiers that indeed they have lost. If Dr. Baumia was sensitive to the reaction of the foot soldiers, I'm sure he wouldn't have conceded, because many in MPP are not happy that we've lost. But we are telling them that, look, the election did not go well for the presidential contest. We have accepted it. We are going to reorganize our party for the future. I don't understand why the NDC, after winning the presidency, cannot boldly tell its party members that some of these seats indeed are not their seats.
Emerald transition common so I think virtually the CN inauguration of the team or starting meeting and they are the issue and a person who address and some fellows kwacho for so at the two just say in common question about upset more last minute recruitment be a payment be ma third party contractors be you have to brief the transition team na munya omunyina concern so na motu sana mono and our issues with that
your obi edin kind let me put it on record so until area many Abema Felix na we are not members of the transition committee. A statutory committee. Enti right here omo coach here enra enhemu omo Ghana mampanyi koye any moving to conference center ni na ye de ne enka. Dem committee ni sin konwa no. Eno omo se be ya bibia bekoso wano na communication ni bibia ebeko ya kwa asundwe mu no. Each side should appoint a spokesperson. Until the NDC appointed Felix Kwachofosu and at the new patriotic party and now outgoing government, President Akufo-Addo led government, appointed me. And the instruction was simple. I say, Yemi, we should confer. Patriotic you, we should confer. Say, the assembly beto abontia, it should be joint. Send ye yesi akwakoto abano asumjemu. Na ye try. And yes, Bibi Akosubia Yobiade. But look at how graceful the leaders have been, the way His Excellency Dr. Baumia did his concession speech, the commitment shown by the government said, you have nothing to worry about. Yes. In fact, President Akufo-Addo Amaminu Abema Yujinahi, I issue statements. Beyond that, or my directive, I may say, just as in 2020, Omokachi so be Antonio official vehicle. 2024, the directive still holds.
Yes, 3rd January, will be an official
vehicle and submit it, and then you will get the receipt showing say the car number and chassis say every property you buying there in your possession was submitted. Me buy manje bungalow. Okay. My life, I didn't transition into power, as in power. Until after election, and nothing has changed. That's what me cry. So everybody, to the best of my knowledge, a voting you be and handing over notes by September, October, or be a submit any day. Neaka HBS even at the ministerial level, ministry, no more small transition committee to exit and give notes to make it easier for whoever coming in to understand the accounts and the systems and what's in place. We are on it and we are doing that. It doesn't call for violence, it doesn't call for anything. But Omoka specifically say assembly ya de beba beto abonten yemienu yeni ye hon komo ne confer ansana yaka say ya agree on this position. Entinre we omo frame me so ya bo wudi say de waka ho no. I got that understanding. In fact, I proceeded to reach out to a few people to get Felic's number. Say be ochinanapa before the second meeting na me friend no for us to compare notes. So sitting here, I was so surprised to hear say he has even granted unilateral interviews. They have published some stories purported to be coming from him, and subsequently maintain interviews. Some of the statements that is not what transpired at the meeting. And I believe say if we had the opportunity to confer as the committee had advised that objection and answer protest no would have been recorded. Near reconciling a note to present things at this time, but that didn't happen. But and now some of the issues have come up. No, let me use opportunity anyway feed the case to respond to them. Obi me kind mamin kind any nyane Ghana this year, and they say by law and by convention the mandate Ghana mrapono executive authority Ghana mrapono de ma omampenyi ebi ne ye de ama omampenyi na na adodanko akufo. It does not expire until the midnight of 6th January 2025. Yes. Transitions Act no Emma transition team no authority be as a constitutive committee na all of a sudden one abeche finance minister ni ontua ne kan ni manintia one abeche president appointment a wonye ne ne wonye ene ne nkeka ho enimusa. And in fact sani erefi ni emra na kakra na 2016 metima ma specific reference to two reference comments I me work from me ni abema Felix Kwachi Ofosu and honorable Mama Yarga Ebra Omoforme committee on 19th December 2016 the incoming government now advised Omo on setting a point. Omo say it's only a political comment and my authority to show the government what to do whilst the mandate of the government has not expired. And to publications on Ghana Web, My Joy Online, Modern Ghana, from 19th to 20th December 2016, many a lot of references to share about near Felix Khan at the time, and if Honorable Mama Yarga, who is a member of the committee Khan at the time, what can I say after former President Mahama lost the elections in 2016, or your appointment, substantive appointment to NCC, Mesen Kromasa Okaya. Osaya appointment, substantive appointment to Shraj. Yes. Shraj boss on your appointing from I think somewhere 20th of December 2016 to date on one that's what yes. President Akufo-Addo and Mesesano. When him saw executive mining agreements. After Olusi election on 28th December 2016, or your appointment to Controller and Accountant General, or your appointment to Auditor General. In fact, as late as 4th January 2017, now former President Mahama egusu ye appointments, no egusu executive contracts, no egusu ye payments of contracts are never baimu. And let me give you a few examples. I'm referring you to publication via Modern Ghana in December 2016. I will refer to a payment of 18 million euros. Waste management contract signed with SCL Waste Management Limited. Honorable Mama Yarga executee. And at that time, when he was confronted, or can say, and I'm quoting, or say, I have, and I quote, I say, I have up to 6th January 2017 to implement what I want to do. And at the end of the day, I'm saying that the mandate of this government has not expired. Number two, they were talking about payments being done by the Finance Ministry and Controller and Accountant General. and they were also talking about recruitment into some security agencies
and some MDAs.
Let me refer you. Say Obi, who has statements are Ministry of Interior the Beto Abonte.
Yes.
Announcements are Ghana Police Service at the Beto Abonte about schedule for recruitment all the way from August of 2024. Mustati processes now.
Yes.
You would know say Omayimu ansa no being recruitment crowd within the public sector. Omo aye drawn from Ministry of Finance na ese unya clearance. That clearance no authority a wobenya with commitments of finance ministry so omoye towards salaries and compensations after omoye assessment of allocation or more to give to that agency, ministry or security institution. Enya te say yeda sorry after election na osesa nkwala bia yen check your background yen medical say yen hwe na do makogu training school.
But from their intel and apart from security agencies for no MDSDB recruitment and phone call interview omunye medical simple ye issue an appointment letter.
I'm telling you, say enya no kre, and me say enya no kre. He who alleges must prove.
Yes.
They should bring proof of any such individual on interview or apply it. The institution did not receive financial clearance for that recruitment within the budget year and walk ahead on their own authority to go and recruit. It hasn't happened. When you say omu recruit omu into the police service, no. In fact, they were at the Tesano training school before election. They were only released 2 days before election. So omu nyadeng omu kotuaba no omu bra back. Police service at the list but to all the regional capitals maybe no more recruit. It was a public document. A clearance and also free finance ministry by and also so to Abontain as a public document. Ministry be our work commitment payment. Yes, as Ministry of Information. When him say you procure 40 state of the art LED vans for information services department.
Yes.
And the major item are near what in our capex for this year. We were expecting delivery in September. Vans in November. But what you say, they have to put in the necessary efforts to make sure say if you go and say me pen my finance ministry into civil servants now who are beneficiaries of this capital expenditure that has been featured in the 2024 budget since November 2023 no also because you are to Obama, so the remaining mandate of the current administration must expire so that accumulate sika to honum ama wo de abeye adwuma. Does it make sense?
But the argument has been said there is always precedence, and they refer to a letter written by Honorable Osafo to the then outgoing chief of staff. Say, and with your permission, no, or say, I write to confirm our agreement reached on the above subject matter per our telephone conversation on December 17th, 2016, which took place within the hours of 17:00 GMT as follows. 1. The current rush to recruit personnel at various MDAs appears improper and must be discontinued. 2. It is agreed that
earlier on, Bidikai Emma Yetifo Asotin said there are some over 20 parliamentary seats being contested against the declaration of certain results after the December 7 general elections. The person mentioned say, "What do I need to do? I will police training school. Ya water sana. Ya wa constituencies ya buru adiono. Ya declaration na electoral commission returning officers year after the December 7 general elections. You know, members of parliament to be sorry ejina." Say na enya saa ena netie enioma bi kokọ so a entwa yie enunti e wose yesan kenkan no bio now we share these constituencies are ebi ewo eastern region, ebi ewo greater Accra, ebi ewo western, ebi ewo central, ebi ewo western north. Ya all these constituencies MPs elusu ya dodo na no eye mrase bejafo a omo the New Patriotic Party and they could die electoral commission with evidence. So that's what we can do. Majority of these constituencies, in fact, and someone na 1 year see want to say after the declaration if you check that to EC offices and the war. The Yanshi EC office in Sua ballot box a ballot papers and get the recounting also. You check that there too. You check that to more. Now supporters of the NDC and body EC office no more ransacking the whole place. No matter team said the bear and Kayina evidence. But no more say after the declaration, polling station agent and normal represented these political parties had access to the pink sheet. It be a photocopies of the pink sheet. It be so extra edit to phone so. It is a 30 polling stations, 40 polling stations. Every party agent biano now or access to a particular pin sheet within police station now or assigned to. And yes, these documents and evidence on mobile phones and now electoral commission penning for political parties and penning for any polling agent, any members of parliament, any parliamentary candidates akikambo mwene omo police training school e wo tesano na omo trash out some of these maintain ho ase a PPM mo. Na breaking news e de bremo ne say Eastern region ko out of 7 seats ya na ya under contention ya akopie mu e wo police training school e wa kra no oma kan mu 3 ana oma ye 3 ho adwuma wie 3 ni nyina adane aba the new patriotic party afa. Now interestingly, these are some of the facts me to me bo ase na ma chichire ma wate ase odo ani chire mu e wo Fanti Akwanoff after 7 December battle no is declare NDC parliamentary candidate near friend no Apau Uredu Haruna say ono na eye MP elect member of parliament elect for Fanti Akwanoff. Isi ASA declaration figures on the two jani. Isi can say NDC's Apau Uredu Haruna enya 11,138 votes. Ena MPP sitting MP for Fanti Akwanoff yana ya freno Kwame Appiah Kodua ensunya 10,847. Did that say NDC candidate freno Apau Uredu Haruna ena awareness city no. This is according to the Electoral Commission after the December 7 general elections. And then evidence ni nyina ko piemu e wo police training school wo Tesano. Nieki ka pin sheet ya party agents both from the NDC, the MPP, and no muka hu nyina bo mu no. The new results ebe to dwani. NPP Kwame Appiah Kodua ya no mo so nya 10,847 ye recount no. The votes no hiri by 11,751. And NDC ni no a ye declare as winner no ye Haruna no ye wonu ya 11,138. Ye kenka wi no so de na kodanim akodu 11,297. Na kire say MPP's Apau Uredu Haruna and as say de wababe MP elect for Fanti Akwanoff en koye NDC's Apau Uredu Haruna bio because we were two by over 500 votes. We every police training school here what some seat number 2 ayo suhun ya kenka suhun so bi sisi ya ama nedie MPP candidate ya na owo the suhun constituency ya your friend of Frank Asiedu Bekwen ono ena nedie isi a declare say oye member of parliament elect at the Masuhun constituency. And also interestingly the course after the December 7 general elections isi declaration kofa wantwi ba ya suhum so se pinche si wo ho a in fact ye putu SAS constituency no or hold ni isi ka say NDC candidate no epulu 15,619 and NDC candidate Frank Asiedu Bekwe epulu 14,228 and sitting MP onoko independent friend of Wafoko Jasante and also pulu 6,143. That is from that declaration na the neke ka say NDC parliamentary candidate and na win for suhum but enne the kopie mu ewo police training school ewo Tesano after recount no the ba ye ni MPP's Frank Asiedu Bekwe every ako 16,856. NDC candidate no so die every ba 15,259. Boafo Kodja Sante ya no ye independent candidate no ye MPP MP no tia kunya so enya 6,143. And from this fact it means that the Suhum seat MPP are maintaining ya eye Frank Asiedu Bekwe wa BT NDC's parliamentary candidate was BT MPP incumbent MP ko independent ye friend Kojo Asante Boafo Kojo Asante. That is it for Suhum. The last one Akwatia so after recount Ernest Yaukumi of the MPP and also about take a seat. 83 constituencies recount police training school Tesano Eastern regional seats out of the 7 Fantia Kwanoff Suhum and Akwatia. All these 3 seats are back for the new patriotic party. Oko Eastern regional seats be to say Ayenswano ewo ho no mo ya omo eka eho asem bebi ti se asujaman eso ho omo ka ho asem other seats ti se swaman ewo ho omo ka ho asem afi ewutu senya east ewutu senya wo ni nyina ewo police training school ya che se omo eka ho asem de there are also other seats from the greater Accra region ya de beto fun bia no ye ni edi akire ye de ebebremo na obi anso a ope full confirmation hu se nsem PTV ka no eye enokwe na nsemu ame say we land the researcher ede bremon ye enokwe no obetumi agugo 3news.com now about the new results from these 3 constituencies ebeba myjoyonline.com akapcha citynews.com akapcha gbconline.com akapcha so na electoral commission omo Facebook wall okwa sa information nyina eda hono mu a wa kasa wonso obetumi akenkan na wa cross check for yourself media mema news Bitubrina na machiri isie no said the beya ebe clear every doubting Thomases.
Plus 16,805 votes. Prince Adolf. Plus 259. Emmanuel Dede Yafi. Plus 159. Kojo Asante who's 14,860. Total valid votes 47,133. Total rejected ballots 671. Total vote cast 47,804. Therefore, by the power invested in me as the returning officer for Suhum constituency, I hereby declare Frank Asiedu Bekwe as MP elect for Suhum constituency 2024 election. Thank you. Thank you.
And so, George, there you have it, the Electoral Commission returning officer there declaring the NPP's candidate for Suhum constituency, Frank Asiedu Bekwe, as winner for.
Moving on, the Electoral Commission has declared 2 parliamentary candidates of the New Patriotic Party (NPP) as winners for the Fantiakwa North and Akwatia constituencies. These announcements were made at the police training depot in Tesano in the Greater Accra region under heightened security. The 2 constituencies are part of 4 that were transferred from the eastern region to Accra after several unsuccessful collation attempts. Currently, the collation for the Nsawam, Aduajiri and Suhum constituencies are ongoing at the same venue. Meanwhile, the NPP has indicated its intention to seek a recollation and declaration of results for approximately 6 additional seats, which the party claims to have won. Let's go live to the collation center where my colleague Fred Duho is and joins us live to give us some updates. Well, thank you so much for your time, Fred. It's been a very long day for you. Confirm to us the declaration of the NPP candidates for Fantiakwa North and Akwatia as winners for the 2024 parliamentary elections.
Nana Tufo, the result as we have it currently indicates that the Fantiakwa North constituency was declared in the morning, and the NDC parliamentary candidate garnered 11,297, and the NPP candidate garnered 11,751. So in that constituency, the NPP won the seat. When you go to the Akwetia constituency, the NPP parliamentary candidate garnered 19,269 and the NDC 17,206 votes. So the NPP has been declared winner in that particular constituency. But what the situation is currently is that we have 2 centers more to go. We have to my right the Nsawam Edrejiri constituency, and to my left we have the Suhum constituency. With the Suhum, what is happening is that they are almost done, left with only 6 polling centers, for which we understand that particular center that put together should amount to about some 2,000 votes. And that the EC does not have the records for that, NDC does not have records for that, NPP does not have records for that, the independent candidate also has no record for that, and so they are currently in the phase whether to proceed to declare the Suhum constituency or they should suspend it and go back to decide with the Electoral Commission as to whether elections should be reconducted in those 6 polling centers for them to be able to get valid votes to add up, because the NDC and the independent candidates in this race say they won't agree for those people to be disenfranchised in any way, because they went to the polls to cast their ballot. They see no reason why they, through the negligence of officials or even some people working with the Electoral Commission, votes will be lost for those people. And so that's the situation with the Suhum constituency. Now, with the Nsawam Edrejiri constituency, I want us to engage the Honorable Frank Anodompre to give us some details briefly as to whether he's pleased with how far the Electoral Commission has handled issues so far. Honorable, this is, I must say, the 3rd coalition center. Am I right?
I think so.
Generally, what is your observation, and has the EC handled issues to your expectation?
As you do know, the EC is a human institution, but it can't be perfect. But by and large, I think it's been good. They just need to be firm, because on the balance of power, authority is on their side. The pendulum or the siege of power in terms of the CI, it gives them the mandate to declare results and to call results. So I think they have to be firm, and we have precedents when results are called and you have strong objection, you put together your evidence and take it to court. Otherwise, we'll be here forever. I think that's what they should do. And
at what stage are they currently?
No, we've collated. I think we've collated more than half. In fact, we collated all. There were few objections, but even those objections do not hold, because it's the EC that has a final say as to the authenticity of a pink sheet. So if the EC says it's a pink sheet and you don't agree, you have to produce your copy. The burden of proof is not on the EC, it's on you, the political party, who disagrees. You understand? So for all the ones that are outstanding, it's because our colleagues in the NDC are saying that they don't have it. If you don't have it, it doesn't stop the EC from going ahead to pronounce on the result. This is where we are.
How is it looking like generally for you anyway?
No, I don't know that I should tell you again. I think I know I've won. Our colleagues know I have won. They can deny, but that will be for a fleeting period. I have won this election. However, small the margin is, it's a win. Some are in parliament with a difference of 3. Others are there with a difference of 5 and co. And every election is unique. I know the people of Nsawam have given me their mandates. That's why I'm calm. Occasionally I come in to make 1 or 2 suggestions, but generally I'm calm, because if you're convinced that you've won based on your computation, you don't need to get worried and be trying to temper with pink sheets and all. I'm generally calm because I know I've won.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. So that is the Honorable Anodompre, the current MP for the Nsawam Edrejiri constituency, and also the majority chief whip. He's been speaking to us on the fact that he's calm, he's confident that he's won the the recent election that was conducted. We have the majority leader with us, the Honorable Apenyo Markin, to tell us what he's observed so far and what he thinks should be the way forward for us to settle all this once and for all. Welcome to the City Newsroom. Basically, what have you observed so far?
Well, it's the usual NDC antics. They know that they have lost 2 seats already today. And the other 2 seats, they are going to lose. And they don't want the declarations to be done, trying to frustrate. They came here and telling us that, their full soldiers are angry at the leadership of the party outside. So they don't want them to think that they didn't come in to do anything. What sort of leadership are they providing? If you are a leader and you cannot control your people, then you are not a leader. As a leader, you should be ready to put a bitter pill on the tongue of your follower, in good times and in bad.
Oh no, but
I am telling you, please let me finish. Let me finish what I'm saying.
This news is quite brief. That is why we want.
Very well. Yes. So I'm saying that they are just frustrating the process, all because they say their supporters out there have heard that we are winning all the four constituencies that are being collated today.
Do you have a list of other constituencies you intend to, contest?
Let's deal with today. I've said loudly about what is going to happen tomorrow. I don't want to repeat myself, but today let's finish the 4. I'm saying that the NDC is basically frustrating the process. They don't want us to continue, and that is exactly what they are doing.
I want to thank you very much for speaking to us. That is the majority leader, the Honorable Apenyo Markin, indicating clearly to us that they are confident of winning the rest of the 2 seats that are remaining. This is the deputy election director or EC director in the Eastern region, and he's been up and down trying to, as much as possible, bring issues under control. The police are here in their numbers, also ensuring that there are law and order existing at this particular collation center. This would be obviously the 3rd collation being done for the 4 constituencies: the Suhum constituency, the Nsawam constituency, the Fantiakwa North, and Equatia. Those are the 4. 2 have been cleared, and it's left with the Suhum and Nsawam to be dealt with. As it stands now, Suhum has 6 polling centers that none of the parties, to this particular coalition have results, and so the election is being contested on that particular city. The entire room has been heated. From time you would see this spontaneous form of chaos, debate, and everything happening.
Very well, Fred. Thank you so much, and we trust that you bring us updates as and when collation is finally done.
Earlier on, Bidikai Emma Yetiefo Asoten said there are some over 20 parliamentary seats being contested against the declaration of certain results after the December 7 general elections. The person mentioned said, "What do I need to police training school? Ya water sana, ya constituencies ya buru adiono. Ya declaration na electoral commission returning officers after the December 7 general elections. No, members of parliament to be sorry ejina say na enye saa ena netie. Enyoma bi kokɔ so a entwa yi enunti e wose yesan kenkan no biu. Now we share these constituencies are ebi ewo Eastern region, ebi ewo Greater Accra, ebi ewo Western, ebi ewo Central, ebi ewo Western North. Yeah, all these constituencies MPs elusu ya dodo na no eyemra se bedwafo a omo the New Patriotic Party and they could die electoral commission with evidence. So that's what we can do. Majority of these constituencies, in fact, and someone na 1 year see want to say after the declaration, if you check that the 2 EC offices and the war, the Yanshi EC office so ballot box a ballot papers and get the recounting also. You check that dia too. You check that to more Now, supporters of the NDC and body EC office no more ransack the whole place. No matter team said the beya and Kayenya evidence. But no more say after the declaration, polling station agents and normal represented these political parties had access to the pin sheet. It be a photocopies of the pin sheet.
What's a bani I told you but parliamentary on Omunyang King Kind Mibrina NC. Now almost started so more kind be mono. She say yeah ka say MPP win seat nti amama ya confuse na ni aba no omo MPP for no omo no wa ban mu no tena ase meeting omo nsa na asesan a afi ni e kan omo win no odwene ho amenti ase.
The staff of the commission who are engaged in this illegality, there will be consequences for them in future. And let me also advise some other influential people in society. I hear that in some places chiefs are involving themselves in this electoral process and putting pressure on commission officers not to proceed to do their work according to law. We are also advising Nananom that it is for very good reasons that the Constitution provides that Nananom should not be involved in active partisan politics. But if they choose to descend into the arena of controversy, then they know the consequences will be obvious. So we are advising Nananom to conduct themselves, as many of those who are involved should conduct themselves as chiefs of all the contestants and not to enter into this arena of controversy.